Well, welcome to chapter 31 of our Energy Bus journey. It is game day, and George should be exhausted, but instead he is full of purpose, and he is moving towards his vision. But I want us to take a moment and just appreciate how far he's come. If we were to rewind for a second and jump all the way back to chapter 1, this is how the story opened up. It said it was Monday, and Mondays were never good for George. He stood in his driveway looking at his car and shaking his head. He wasn't surprised, really. Misfortune had been following him for the past few years like a dark rain cloud hovering over his life, and today was no different. Well, you fast forward 30 chapters, and what's different? Well, everything is different. And here's my takeaway. Don't underestimate what can happen in 30 chapters. Now, for our journey within George's story, it was 30 days. For you, it might be 30 weeks or 30 months, which is 2.5 years. Here's the point. No matter what life feels like right now, everything can be different in the future. Everything can be different chapters later. But like George, you have to do the work if you want things to be different. Just a few chapters ago, George's mindset wasn't where it is right now. He was terrified of losing his job. But now look at how his perspective has shifted. He says if the presentation didn't go well, he might lose his job. But he knows that he might be poor, but the family still has each other. What a mindset change. And why did it change? Well, I think he realized that life is more than just about a paycheck. It's about living on purpose. And joy has helped George to get there. As one of my old business mentors used to say, sometimes we need someone in our lives to give us that spark, and sometimes we need to be that someone. And if you're facing uncertainty right now, I think Joy's words on page 141 are going to resonate. She says, we all have fear, but the key to success is that your trust is bigger than your fear. A little fear is good, but it is weak energy. It runs out. Trust is the high-octane fuel that will take your bus wherever it needs to go. So today, can you make that decision? Just like the guy that got off the bus right before George got on. Can you choose to be blessed instead of stressed? Because that's where rule number 10 comes in. We've gone 10 rules. Can you believe that? We've gone 10 rules together. This is the final one. Are you ready? Have fun and enjoy the ride. Because we only get one ride. And do you really want to spend that ride just making money or just accumulating things? Here we see in this book that there is a better way. We can choose gratitude. We can choose purpose. We can choose joy. And that leads me to one of my favorite takeaways from this chapter. And that is what this group of 95-year-olds said in this study that they would have done differently. And it was 3 things. They would reflect more. They would take more risks. And they would leave a legacy. That last one hit me pretty hard. They would leave a legacy. Because the best legacy isn't a building with your name on it, like it says. It's not a piece of jewelry that's passed down. No, the best legacy is a life that touches and impacts others. So what legacy will you leave? It's going to lead me to today's reflection question. What do you want people to say about you? What do you want them to say about you when the ride is over? I want you to take a moment and I want you to write down 3 to 5 statements that you would like them to say at the end of your life. This is called beginning with the end in mind, because if you know what you want people to say, you can start living that way now to move in that direction. Now, tomorrow we're going to dive into the final 3 chapters of the Energy Bus. This journey has been powerful, and I hope you're going to take a moment as we go into this last section to just reflect on how far we've come together. I'll see you tomorrow.